You guys got in a 10-hole early on, and then it was pretty much you guys the rest of the way. What changed the energy of that game for y'all?
Naji Marshall, his response to the timeout, and obviously it was off a turnover, a couple turnovers that we had early. All things that we talked about that we cannot do in order to be a really good team. And his response was incredible. He took it, he owned it, and it just galvanized our group.
What did he do? Do you feel like to flip things?
He was frustrated. He knew he wanted that back, and then he just started to make the right play over and over again. And his intentions are always good, but sometimes we can get a little loose with the basketball. I thought Naji was great with his response, and the rest of the team, they follow his emotional energy.
Yeah, you guys put up 132. I mean, what allowed you guys to have the night that you did offensively as a team?
Once again, I thought our game plan discipline was at a high level tonight. We took care of the basketball. Defensively, we were in passing lanes. We got deflections. We turned them over. We got out in transition, which is playing to our strengths.
And when you said Najee's response, you're speaking about something he said in the huddle or just his play on the court?
It wasn't anything he said. He was just upset. He was frustrated, starting the game early and not getting off to a great start. He was frustrated about the turnovers that we had. I think we had 2 early. They had 10 straight points. And he just went out and he demonstrated, by his play on the floor of his leadership.
And, I mean, what does it say about this team that a guy like Naji can be that guy for you guys where you usually look to, your leading scorer or a guy who's been in the league for 10 years, but it could be anybody, even Naji, that can step up and have that response?
Yeah, all of our guys, they take ownership and being leaders, and different guys lead differently. I thought CJ was incredible. I thought JV was incredible. They set the table early with their ability to score, play make, and make the right decisions over and over again, and it really helped our team.
And just how impressed have you been with your team's mental toughness throughout this season?
We're extremely blessed. Once again, we have an incredible group of guys and an incredible staff, and we just continue to go in the gym and put the work in and hold each other accountable. It's great to see that carry over, especially having 2 losses in a row and then having a bounce back tonight.
I think Gafford and Taj Gibson both picked up 2 fouls early. How was there an emphasis after that to go to JV and try to get him going, especially early in that second?
JV just kind of had it going, so we wanted to continue to feed the hot hand.
And then how much do you think – I remember off the first time out after it was 7-0, it was like I think Jose got to Naji first. Yeah. How much does he feed off Jose's energy in that moment, you think?
They feed off each other for sure. Jose did a great job of just going to him. And, when we have to correct each other, it's not a character assassination. It's just these are the things that we have to do to be a really good team. And once again, I'm blessed because our guys, they take it. They hold each other accountable. We all hold each other accountable and go out and try to put forth our best effort.
It seemed like there was some lobbying to get Seabron in the game late from maybe some guys on the bench. When he gets in and gets his first points, I know it's his first NBA points, you see the reaction from the benches. What does it mean to see a team just react like that for a guy like that?
It's great. The guys were cheering him on, and the spirit on the bench was awesome. And for DB, once again, it's a blessing to have an opportunity to play in the NBA, score your first baskets, but also from an area that he kind of grew up in.
So, and Coach, Naji, being from this area, being from the DMV, how much does that add to it with that intensity, wanting to show out for his hometown?
It's great. Anytime you get a chance to play in front of the people that you grew up around and this community that you grew up in, and you can go out and perform well and help your team win a game, we definitely encourage it. So we're extremely proud of Naj and his progression in the league, and he has a bright future. Okay, thank you guys.
How good was it for you to just get that game off and be able to come in tonight, really fresh?
I needed it bad, and I don't normally ask for time off or things like that. I try to push through, but I seen, how I was moving, how I was feeling, and I just felt like I needed to just get a lift in, just get a workout in, and let some of the younger guys get a chance to play too, because they work so hard, but also so I could be fresher going into this stretch run. We got a lot of tough games coming up. We had just did a 4-6 and a 5-7. I was adding the games up. Z had just went out, and I know sometimes when you fatigue, bad things can happen, so I was just trying to be smart. I'm 31, and I understand the game, and I played for a long time, and I know my body, so I was just like, I need one, and the team thankfully allowed me to sit one.
You, obviously carried the offense for a lot of the night, but there was a 15-0 run by mostly the bench at the start of the fourth quarter. What do you see during that stretch there?
They play hard, man. They play hard every night. They compete in practice. They do their PD work. They care. They care about each other's success, and I think that showed. And we got to do a better job of getting off to better starts, and that starts with me, making sure we're playing with more force, more pace, more tempo. But the bench has been great all year, and now a lot of our bench is starting, and they're comfortable. And I think that'll be helpful for us as we get to April and May when we're whole again.
And you mentioned the start. Guys fall into that 10-0 hole. Just what did you think about the response from that point?
I knew it would be fine. It's a long game. They're at home. They're going to come out aggressive. They made shots. We didn't defend. We didn't make them feel us at all. And I think as the game progressed, we were better defensively. We were better with our game plans. We got on and ran, got some easy baskets in transition, and we screened really well.
And just how much do you think mental toughness has become a signature of this team, something that you guys view as like the identity of the team?
Yeah, we figure it out, man. We got a lot of injuries. A lot of teams are going through it throughout the year. This is the time of the year where you feel more fatigued mentally and physically. You're drained. I'm sure y'all drained too, and y'all ready to go home just like we are. But you go through that process of having to fight through it, having to really push and trust and work. And I think we've done that all year. And I think, for us, to be in this position, having the injuries that we've had is a testament to our team, our staff, and our development.
And what's it been like these past 2 years developing that chemistry with JV in the pick and roll?
It's been fun. February will be a year of me being in New Orleans, so time is flying. We're getting better cohesiveness. My patience is getting better in terms of waiting for him, not getting him moving screens, and find him in the pocket, find him when he pops. And he's very skilled, big. He works hard. He's got a pump fake. He can hit threes. He can bang, and I'm happy to have him.
I know we've talked about you feeling better since being sick and dealing with COVID. Was there maybe a moment or in a game or practice where you had that just felt like, okay, I feel like, all right, I'm back to being myself again?
I don't know if you've been watching, but I've been playing pretty well.
That's why I'm asking. I'm going back for the last 10, 12 games. Was there a moment in all of that stretch?
More than 10 and more than 12, but no, I just feel better, man. When you're sick, it's hard. Life is hard when you're sick, and everything is hard. It's hard to walk the dog. It's hard to change the diapers. It's hard to guard people. But when you start to feel better, you can do more things, and I can really work on my game and really improve. But I never really worry about anything. I just pray about everything, and then I work on my craft, and it's going to be what it's going to be. So when I have 3 bad games in a row again at some point and the sky is falling down, just know that there's going to be stretches like this where I play how I'm supposed to play, and I play how I've played my entire life. So I think there wasn't a moment. It was just more like I went from having the flu to having COVID to trying to come back, and that was a tough combination of things for my body to go through. And now I'm in a better place. I'm in a better space. I'm taking my vitamins and reading my Bible and I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. So I'm happy with where I'm at. Even if I didn't score 30 tonight, if I would have had 10 or if I would win 6 of 17, I'm happy with the work that I'm putting in to get ready for these games at night.
Going back to the relationship with JV and you learning, when to start getting guys going. I think Gafford had 2, Gibson had 2. Was there an emphasis there early in the second to try to, or throughout the second to really get JV the ball and get him going against those guys?
Yeah, we just try to establish his presence, especially with guys being out. He's got to get more touches, and that's on me, and that's on the rest of the guys recognizing he's tucking in. He's efficient. He's efficient in the post. He gets us to the bonus faster, gets us points at their free throw line where you don't have to get a shot attempt, and that makes him screen better, and that makes him defend better and do those things. So we just got to be cognizant of that as the season progresses, and even when guys come back, we got to still make sure that he's eating.
CJ, since you brought it up, being almost a year with the Pelicans. Can you maybe sum up what it's been like? I guess it's 11 months, but from then to here and everything you've gone through with this team to get to this point?
Yeah, it's been a blessing for me and my family. Enjoyed my time in Portland. My time was up, and it was a great transition, a smooth transition where I moved to New Orleans. My family ends up coming later, which was tough, but the basketball side of it has been everything I thought it would be and more. The guys have been great. The organization, the front office has been fantastic. Everything they said they were going to do, they've done. Everything I said I was going to do, I've done. So it's been a really happy relationship in terms of development, in terms of how I move around the locker room, how I move in the community, how I play, and how they've coached me, how they've stayed on me and continued to try to get the best out of me. And I think, it's a credit to our organization, that's a credit to Willie, that's a credit to Casey, all the staff I work with closely, Swin, Trajan, Griff. I think you got to commend our front office. They've drafted well, right? They've developed well, and they figure out a way to make some trades to get the right pieces in to kind of mesh collectively, which is hard to do. A lot of times trades don't work out well or as well as you think they're going to. You got to get the right character guys, and you have to have the right culture and be able to amend and change some things within the culture too, and I think they've done that. And I'm happy. My wife is happy. My son will be 1 tomorrow, and my dog likes that it doesn't rain a lot and she can go on walks and be outside. So I think everybody is in a much better mental space, and that makes me able and eagerly able to do my job better. That everybody is happy in the household.
And I'm not trying to get you to make predictions, but just a second ago you said playing into April and May.
I said yeah, and then June.
And then June. What have you seen that makes you think that's possible?
Well, I know we're going to play in April because we played in April last year. Yeah, I think it's possible because of our team, the experience that we had last year, the run we went on. Obviously, we came up short against the Suns, but you get a taste of success and you get a taste of failure, and you got 2 responses. You can run from it or you can run to it, and I think we got the type of guys that are going to run to it. We want to work harder. We want to get better. We want to have home games. We want to get home court. When you do those things and you move towards those things confidently and you work on your game plan and you focus on yourself, that's how you play in April and May. And I played in April and May in the past. I know what it takes, and I think we have what it takes. Obviously, you got to be healthy. You got to be playing your best basketball at the right time. You generally want to be at home so that if you do get a Game 7, you're at home. But I think we're putting ourselves in a position to control our own destiny, and that's all you can ask for in this league and in sports in general.
You played a big part in getting their bigs in foul trouble, a bunch of just points for you in the paint. Are games like tonight when you could just mash people down low fun for you?
It's always fun to play good and play winning basketball. There's no doubt about that. We're missing our two main guys. So everybody got to step up and everybody got to do some extra stuff to be able to win the games. I think that's what we all did, and that gave us success.
Yeah, you guys got down 10-0, and then the game flipped. What do you think changed the energy of that game?
Well, yeah, that was a tough moment. Start of the game. You can't control 48 minutes. We knew that this is not us. We gotta man up and play better defense, play better offense, and we changed that.
Yeah, ask CJ about it, but from your perspective, what's it been like? All right, back there. But what's it been like for you just developing that chemistry with him in the pick and roll, just figuring out how to work off each other?
Well, we all got to connect. 5 guys on the court has to be working as a clock. especially, point guard, big guy, setting the screens. I'm trying to do better job on setting screens, getting guys open. It's sounds crazy, but that's selfish. If you set a good screen, you gotta be open. So that's my main focus is, setting good screens, getting guys open, not just pick and roll, off-ball screens. I think this time of the year we all can be, can add something to our game and be better. So I think our group is really humble and young guys working every night, every day in a practice to add something, which transfers to the court and our success.
You mentioned being able to perform well without BI and Zion. Just what do you think about the mental toughness this team has shown throughout the season?
Oh, well, mental toughness, we got to be tough. It's a tough stretch of the season, it's, we're missing guys. It's going to happen. Injuries happening all the time, not wishing to nobody get hurt, but, you got to manage that and be ready when your name's going to be called, as our group. Our young guys bench always in the gym working, staying ready. That's the biggest accomplish they can do.
And you mentioned the guys missing time, but that hasn't been the case for you. You've been able to play every game this season. How much pride do you take in being able to suit up every game?
Knock the wood, okay? I'm trying to push. That's my job. My job is to play basketball. I enjoy that job, and I'll keep doing that as long as I can.
Second quarter, I think Gibson had 2, Gafford had 2. You got a little bit more aggressive. I think at that point, trying to get your shot. When guys are in foul trouble, do you try to be more aggressive and look for your shot, knowing that they're going to play you a little bit different?
Well, I don't want them to fall out because they're going to put a small guy. Then it's going to be tougher. So I want to play against big guys. I'm not looking at that small matchup. I'm looking at the big guys matchup. Thank you.
So you set off the ice